Can riches make you poor? This is a very extensive subject. I am going to try to shorten it, but we'll probably make a couple series of this topic. But in essence, what happens is a lot of people find themselves in situations where they make a lot of money or they get married and they change. And the problem with this is that they find themselves in a situation where they are not the same people and they don't have the same integrity. They don't have the same values because of a life change. So the question is, are you really rich if you made a lot of money, if essentially your personality changed? Now, if of course, if you change for the good, amazing, keep it up. However, sometimes the problem is that we become our own worst enemy. What happens is we'll uh, make a lot of money, we'll do a very successful deal, and then all those habits and good habits that we had, whether it was going to prayers in the morning, whether it's to go, learn or go help other people, whatever it is, or even work very hard, continue working hard, we just get comfortable. And some of us might make a real estate deal, for example, and then okay, we're settled, we're okay. Or maybe someone marries someone that's rich and they don't have to work as hard. So then they feel, okay, I'm content. And then they just become lazy and then it's downhill from there. So we have to realize that if Hashem is giving us an opportunity to be successful, there's a reason for that. We have to know how to channel that success in a way that's going to help others and continuing to help. I believe that people that know how to channel, how to give tzedakah, how to give charity, will succeed because God says, okay, you take this money, you're giving tzedakah, you're giving 10% maser of the money that you make. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you more and give you more. But the question is about also how you take that money that you're making and then reinvest it and to make it grow. Essentially, we want this to grow so that you can continue doing mitzvot. Some people say, oh, I made $1 million. I'm good. I'm going to retire now or whatever it is. It's the wrong approach. God gave you, you're the messenger. You're the person here on this world that knows what to do with that. That's why a lot of people sometimes do very well and then they can lose everything overnight. And what the biggest problem is that we could become again our worst enemy by letting this richness, make ourselves crazy. And a lot of times people, they become worried that they're going to lose this money. So they have all this money, they have all this success, but they're just worried that everyone's going to take it away from them. So like you see a lot of times in the lottery, I think it's something like 10% of people that win the lottery actually stay normal. Because they're afraid that everyone who comes to them and speaks to them, they just want a piece of what they have. So sometimes we find ourselves worried. We don't know what to do. We're all over the place. We're lost. And so we have to figure out, okay, how am I going to get into the right direction? Of course, surrounding yourself by the right people is going to make a big difference. We say that there's a story actually that I heard this morning when I was learning that when someone is lost, okay, for example, if somebody is in the forest and they're going out and they have no idea where they're going and they're there and they're spending a whole day trying to get back and they're completely lost. They wake up in the morning, they start heading out again, different directions. There's only two directions. There's north and south to get back home. What happens is they meet someone along the way and they're like, oh, thank God I met somebody. And they ask that somebody, I'm trying to get back home. Can you help me? That person says, I'm also trying to get back home. I also don't know the direction to go. But I can tell you that I came from that direction, and that's definitely not the way back home. So this is basically this story that happened in the time of the Ben Ish Chai is informing us and teaching us that as long as you know where not to go, you could definitely be in a situation where you're going to know where to go in the right direction and where to head in the right direction. So sometimes pay attention to the things not to do, and then you'll be able to better know what you should do and have that balance on your everyday life. When you get married, hopefully you marry the right person, because the right person will help you improve to become your potential, to be that person that you were meant to be, not bring you down, and hold you down and stop you and tell you, hey, you know what? Don't go out there. Don't go work. Don't, oh no, you can't do this, and discourage you. They need to be motivating you. They need to be pushing you. That's how you know that you have the right match, that you're with the right person. Have yourself